Hello, Nick MC here. It is May 12th. Oh my god, we could figure that out. May 12th. It is day 6 of my fitness journal, and this is actually round 2. The first time I did it. I tried something different. I was using screen flow before, which you can't see anything you're doing. I use it to do a lot of stuff for my clients. I'm a web developer, so I use it to cast my screen, right, in a screencaster. But I can't see myself, and it's been really weird. So I tried it with Photo Booth, and Photo Booth's video looks terrible for some reason. I don't know what they're doing with it, but it looks bad. And then I was actually going to use iMovie this time, which is weird. I own all of the Adobe stuff. Like, I have the Creative Cloud. You would think I would just use Premiere. I'm really proficient in Premiere, but I just don't want to do it for this for some reason. I don't want to put too much time into it, so I'm kind of probably putting more in because I'm having to learn iMovie as well. But apparently iMovie has a capture thing, and the footage looks really good. I don't know why it doesn't look as good in Photo Booth. So anyway, this is round 2. I'm going to try to make this quick because the other one I did it in 7 minutes. I've already wasted a minute talking about nonsense. So anyway, this weekend got really sick. My entire family did. It was like, it became known as the Hempsey bug or the Hempsey stomach bug or something around here because everybody knew that we were really sick this week. If you follow my Facebook at all, you know we were pretty sick. I lost 3 pounds from being sick, which is not good. It's not good at all. I was afraid that I lost muscle mass, to be honest. But I think my diet has been really good in the last month and a half or so, just over a month now. So I feel like I actually probably burned a little bit of fat just being sick. I mean, I didn't eat anything. Basically an entire day. I just drank water and I had Gatorade, which is not good for you, but it kept me going. I had some soup, and I think I had like a piece of turkey at some point too, but it was very, very minimal. So I wound up losing 3 pounds in one day, which is way too much weight to be losing in a single day. But then the next day, on Sunday, Mother's Day actually, I woke up pretty early. Normally I'm up anyway for I actually play in the band at church. So normally I'm up at 5:45, 6 o'clock, something like that. But I was actually using my off weekend, which thank goodness because being sick and then having to try to play drums is not easy. But then I actually got up on Sunday around 7:30 and I did a workout, and my kids worked out with me, which is always fun because I mean they're kids. Like Dayton can do like a million sit-ups and it doesn't even faze him. So we did Tabata. And he beat me. He beat all my scores. Like, he also took a couple breaks because we had the baby in there with us. So like my Tabata scores were just terrible, but his were actually pretty good. So but he enjoyed it. He needs it, I think, more than any of them because he doesn't eat very well. So if he's working out and getting a little bit of exercise and stuff, that's good for him. So he's a twig. He needs to eat better. We're working on that. So anyway, so yeah, that happened. We were really sick, and then yesterday we were feeling a lot better after church and everything. We went to Lowe's and we bought an orange tree because if you follow my Facebook, which you should, I don't know if you're into what I'm doing here, you may like my Facebook because it's just a lot of me oversharing, I guess, really. But about a month ago, we tore out our entire front garden. And it had just ground shrubs, and we had a huge crepe myrtle, which somebody actually, we pulled it out. One of my neighbors helped me with his truck, and we pulled the thing out of the ground. And then he basically left it up to me to figure out how to get rid of it. And 2 ladies driving by in this tiny little car. I think it was like an Altima or something. She's like, "Do you want those trees? What are you doing with them? We're getting rid of them. And we're going to want to bring them to the dump or something." But they're pretty expensive trees, So she's like, "We'll take them." I'm like, "In your car?" So she popped the trunk and we literally threw the crepe myrtles in her trunk. It was interesting. She got them in there though. So anyway, we did that front there a little over a month ago, and we actually planted an orange tree out there now. And then in the back, I tilled that all out yesterday. We did basically it's a 10-foot by 5-foot area. I did for now. We're actually going to expand it out to about 20 feet soon. Right now, I just got this. We had just enough herbs and tomatoes and stuff to get 10 by 5. So we tilled all that out. I mean, I had a pickaxe and I was going bananas. And my wife was out there with a hoe and broke it all up and stuff. Anyway, so we did a lot of planning and whatnot. And I was pretty good. So we got a lot of work done yesterday. And today, I had a workout. And workout today was crazy, man. We did... First of all, I thought burpees were terrible. Burpees are terrible. Like, they're really good for you, but they're terrible. And I found out they could be worse. And the worst part is comes in when you take a burpee, you do a burpee, and then instead of just jumping in the air, you do a box jump. So you do a burpee, and then you jump onto a box, and then you do it again. That's much harder and a lot scarier. Because I'm not that great at box jumps right now anyway. I'm fat, so trying to jump onto a box is not my best. I do have good form, though, because I used to skate, so I'm pretty good at jumping. But I'm working on it. I gotta get my spring going. The tuck, I can tuck really well, but I don't have any spring right now. It's just too much weight to push around. Anyway, so we did that, and basically, you had to do... we just did 6 of those just to get going. And then what we did is we did 6 rounds of 5, 10, 15, 20. And the 5 was box jumps. And then the 10 was pull-ups. The 15 was push-ups. And then the 20 was mountain climbers. And then we had a 5th thing, which was basically to run with a 45-pound weight over your head, full basketball court and back. As fast as you could. And the first one I was sprinting, which was more like fast jogging. The second one I was kind of jogging. The third one I was holding it like an idiot. I hurt my back a little bit. By the 6th one, I was basically just kind of like hobbling the rest of the way. Because keep in mind, like you're doing, you're doing that in rounds, and it got pretty rough towards the end there. And so what else did we do? Oh, so we did all that, and then we did some stretching. No, we didn't do stretching yet. We went to a plank suicide thingamajig. I don't even know what it's called. But if you played basketball at all, you know what suicide. You basically, you break the basketball court up into 8 segments, and you kind of run back and forth, getting longer and longer every time. Well, we did that, but in a plank. So... you know what a plank is, right? It's like you're holding a push-up, but you just hold yourself there. But then we had to crawl on your hands and feet. Basically, I bear crawled most of it because the plank was not going to happen. I don't have a very strong core. I don't really have a core at all. My core is like the core of a Ben and Jerry's core ice cream. And if you've had those, they're fantastic. That's where I got my core from. Ben and Jerry's. Yeah, so that wasn't fun. But it was a workout, that's for sure. Especially after doing the ridiculous workout we did before that. So I forgot to mention, the other workout that we did, we had 20 minutes to do it. And if you get all 6 rounds done, at the end of it, whatever time you have left, you're supposed to just do burpees. As many burpees as you possibly can. Because, again, in CrossFit, things are scored. So however many burpees you did, that's what your score was. Well, my score was 2. Because by the time I got done the 6 rounds, I only had like 15 seconds left, and I did 2 burpees. But there was dudes in my class that were getting like over in the hundreds. My really good friend, he scored like a 72 or something. Like, I mean, basically, he had enough time finished. Like, he was doing burpees when I still had one more round when I was on my box jumps. Like, I'm sitting there doing box jumps, and he's next to me friggin' doing burpees like a beast. It was pretty epic. I kind of slowed down towards the end because I hate burpees with a passion. So, like, even my last 6 pull-ups were kind of like And I had more gas than that, but I was just kind of like, I really don't want to do burpees, so I'm just going to really take my time here. But I did want to get at least a score on the board and not get a DNF, which is did not finish. So anyway, pretty good. Had I actually used round one of this video, you would have seen my wife walk behind me, tell me she had to leave to go pick up one of my kids because apparently he's still sick. He didn't eat very well at all through this whole thing. The other ones did a little bit better, but he didn't do as good. So I'm thinking he may not have recovered enough yet. So anyway, this is a 10-minute video, so I apologize for these things being so long, but I just got to get it all out there. Keep myself on track. I'm feeling trim. I'm feeling faster. Feeling more fit. So that's good. I got a lot of compliments yesterday, actually, which is not normal for me. So people said I looked good. Or better, anyway. Trim. Whatever. I don't know. I really don't care. I just want to be healthy. I want to be able to... I was listening to a podcast the other day with Christmas Abbott. If you look up Christmas Abbott on Google, this girl is a beast. Like, she's a CrossFit Games competitor, and she said something like she doesn't care what people say. She just wants to. What did she say? She said, "I just want to jump high, run fast, and destroy workouts," or something like that. And I was like, that's about where I'm at these days. I mean. I think in the last month I've probably played because I play a lot of I used to play a lot of video games. Like you're talking to a guy who has in the Battlefield franchise probably over 1,000 hours into the Battlefield franchise. Battlefield 4 alone, I think 320 hours, and that only came out in November of last year, and I didn't get it until Christmas. So I put a lot of hours in. But anyway, in the last month I've probably only played maybe 2 hours, 3 hours of video games. So that's pretty good. And I've been doing a lot of research on working out and getting my body proper. So, feeling good. Got to do a bunch of work here. Go to chiropractor this afternoon and get straightened out. Right? So, anyway, be healthy, get stronger, get faster, and destroy workouts. That's the deal. See ya.